Hello and welcome to Parker's Pitstop, episode 2, brought to you by SimNews.TV. My name is Tom Parker, and for this episode, I'll be interviewing someone who I consider to be one of the most genuine people, and actually one of the most loveliest people to ever work with in sim racing. He's making waves in the sim racing world. It's Andreas Wauters. Hello.
Hi Tom, thanks for having me.
That's no problem. So, obviously you've been around for a few years now. Obviously I first met you a couple of years back in GBWC. And last year, I believe, was your first year in the Super League for you over at GBWC. It was quite tough. I know that you had a few problems with drivers and a few problems with other things to do with the car. What would you think was the main problem last year in terms of getting more performance out of the cars or the drivers, etc.?
Yeah, it's a story with multiple facets, I think. To start with, it was our first year in Super League, so we've been working for some years to get to that point. And it was great to finally get to the top tier of GPVWC. But really, as it was our first year, we also didn't really know very well how to do some parts of the development program. And another part, which was very crucial to the mistakes we made, was the fact that I didn't have the time, let's say, to really commit to everything, as I was also working on Formula Electric Belgium, where we build our own electric car. My attention was a bit limited for Super League the first year, and that was really one of the main issues we had. Then, of course, you also talked about the driver problem. I think that was partly induced by me being busy with other things. I didn't have a clear view on everything. And of course, at the beginning of the year, we worked together with Alex Cooper, who wasn't really motivated to begin with. And it was a good call for him to quit, I think, because he wasn't really feeling competitive. He wasn't feeling good in the car. And after that, it just spiraled further. So that was the problem. And I think for this year, we are looking good because we have a much more stable lineup this year. We have gone for some very nice names, very fast people, but also reliable people. And we will also be doing better on the development. So I'm looking forward very much to Super League 2017.
Yeah, I mean, you have just touched upon what my next question actually. I mean, like you said, you have an incredible lineup for this season. You do have, if I remember rightly, Gergo Baldi, obviously known to Super League and Sim Racing World. He is a very quick driver, and you have Daniel Sharanku, a little bit less known, but also very quick. And then you finally have Dennis Lind, who not many people will know from GPWC. Maybe not as many people in the Sim Racing World. I know him personally from when he was over at Live Speed, and I know how quick he is. So you've got a very, very strong lineup this year. Have you got any particular aims, or are you just taking it as it goes?
In terms of the lineup, indeed, we have some very good drivers. I think Gergo Baldi is the person I've been working with the longest. He's been proven to be loyal. He is fast. We all know he is fast. And for this year, he will also have a lot of time to spend with the team. Daniel, indeed, is a bit less known in GPVWC, but he is incredibly good with setups. So that's something we have in-house now. One of the things that will be crucial for any successes. And in Daniel Lind, of course, he's not very well known within GPVWC yet. But yeah, he is a real-life racing driver. He did the Lamborghini Super Trofeo and became world champion, so we know he has the speed. Of course, he will sometimes be busy with his real-life commitments, but I think we can work with it. And I think the fact that all the drivers are really committed to making this a good year, and so am I, is a good basis for doing well within Super League, because it's all about having fun at the one side, but also being involved with people that have the same goals. So I think we will be doing good this year.
Do you have a particular placing you want to finish in the championship this year, or is it just a case of improving on last year?
I think it's a bit early to say. Um, Improving on last year, definitely. I think last year was our first year in Super League. We did our best, but we knew we had not a very good car. This year we want to do everything better, basically. And I'd say if all goes well, shoot for the stars. We have people that have high hopes. We have people with a lot of talent, so I don't think we should limit ourselves to anything.
Excellent, that's a brilliant answer there. Yeah, obviously, you want to make yourself as high as possible. But obviously, you don't want to go for anything that's too ambitious, otherwise you look like a bit of an idiot. So, yeah, it's a very sensible answer there, I think. So you've also started going to other series, other leagues. Can you expand on what sort of leagues you'll be doing this year apart from GBVWC?
Yeah, indeed, it was one of the we wanted to do this year. Is diversify a little bit. So we went to other leagues. VCS got a reboot, which was nice to see. And we will be entering in both Formula 3 and the BMW series there. It's great to see that a lot of people also joined there. So we look forward to that. We also have quite a good lineup for Formula 3 already with Lars Sils Bergman, both very well known here. And for BMW, we have Bart de Vos, and we're still looking for a second driver full time, but we're looking good there. And I think it was also one of our goals basically to expand the team not only in terms of drivers but really the team effort. So we're also looking at people to join the team in terms of management or technical skills, because then it really becomes a team effort, and I think that's one of the goals for the rest of the season as well.
Yeah, having looked at WCS myself, actually, I've seen that there are quite a lot of they're good drivers in that F3 league, especially. So that will be another interesting one to keep an eye on for this year, as well as the BMW series. If you want to join Andreas, I'm sure just drop him a PM. I'm sure he'll love that. Um,
Yeah,
um,
true.
is there anything else that you've caught your eye this year for sim racing that you may think of entering?
Yeah, apart from VCS, we also submitted for simleague.de. So it's quite a smaller league, I think, but we want to field some cars, maybe more of a fun event than really going for the top there. But basically, there's some nice people in there, so you want to join that. We are also, of course, keeping an eye on all the things that are happening on the more professional scene. I think the event in Las Vegas was, yeah, of course, there was a lot of backlash on the things that happened there, but I think it was reasonably successful, and I think sim racing is finally becoming part of esport, which of course I'm a big fan of.
Absolutely, yes. Obviously, with the Formula E race that happened a couple of weekends back, it is obviously, like you said, becoming a bit more common knowledge, especially to the esports scene. And quite frankly, I mean, I know you join me in this opinion that is quite exciting times for sim racing. Um,
Yeah,
Obviously, you yourself you Formula Electric in real life, so I'm sure we'll be seeing you in Formula E at some point in the future. If not, we'll all be disappointed.
yeah, we'll see
um,
about that.
and that's another point. So, would you say that there's anything from Formula E, Formula Electric that you do for Belgium? Is there anything that you can take from that you can use in your sim racing management, or is that just very two separate things?
Definitely, of course, in Formula Electric Belgium, it was about developing a real product together with very smart and very motivated people. Most of it was about engineering, but the basis of the entire thing was teamwork, planning, doing the right things at the right time. And I think that definitely is something that I learned from a lot. And I'll try to take that into my management for sim racing. I think also the vision about teamwork was part that I have this year was partly the Formula Electric Belgium experience. The fact that you work together as a team, that everyone has their own expertise, and that they can do their thing in that regard, and I just try to support is a very important thing that I learned last year. So definitely, it's been an experience that is good for me.
Brilliant, yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of us are probably pretty jealous about being able to do something as brilliant as that in real life. Obviously, passion is motorsport, and obviously, I think we'll all join you in that one. So, obviously, good luck for whatever happens.
Yeah.
Will you be doing that again this year?
No, it was a 1 year project, and part of me is also happy that it was a 1 year project, because it wasn't all roses and moonshine, like they say. It was amazing, but it was also very stressful. A lot of problems on the way, which of course is part of the learning experience. But um, it was super nice to do it, but it was good for 1 year. So now it's more about professional, yeah, my career basically. No more studying, and getting on with it.
Excellent stuff. So, obviously, like you said, you can take some things from real life into sim racing, and like I said earlier, I mean, I think personally you're a brilliant person to work with, and I know that you have a big ethos on teamwork, like you've mentioned. And obviously, in sim racing, it is all about teamwork. Obviously, you can have one driver who's amazing, but if your second driver won't work with him, what's the point? I mean, it's not great to have a team effort that isn't going very well. So, fingers crossed that we'll keep that again for this year for you. I mean, obviously, last year, like I said, towards the end of the year, you got very good. I know when you were in Super Cup a couple of years ago in GPWC, you also had very good teamwork with our Jarls High, and I know that as much as I was racing him a lot back in the day. But for you yourself, do you have any more plans to do racing? Like, are you going to race yourself this year, or do you prefer just sitting back doing the manager stuff, letting everyone else get on with it?
Um, I don't think I will be doing any racing. Maybe some fun cups when I have some time and feel like it, but I just know that I'm not very good at racing itself, and I enjoy the management more. For me, it's about bringing people together and giving them the tools they need, and I'm happy with doing that. Of course, if I jump into a car at one stage during the season, I'll try to have a good time, but I know I will be at the back of the field, which is also okay, I guess. But I'm really focusing on, yeah, working together with the guys. They have the speed, they have the talent, and I have other things that I can use to help them in achieving their goals.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, it's all about having fun at the end of the day. And if you're having fun just being the manager, then obviously you want to keep doing that. And like I said, everyone has different talents, and obviously yours is just managing. So obviously, like I said yourself, you may not be the quickest person, but if you have fun managing the team, that's what you do. If other people have fun driving, they do the driving, and obviously they may not be the most talented, but it's all about having fun at the end of the day, and that's what we're all here for, especially over at GBWC. And I know other leagues as well, such as BVTCC, that I know a few people are at. Also a very fun league, and like I said, simleague.de, also very community-based rather than serious sim racing race. Obviously, you have GPWC and FSR and other lots of different leagues that you have for serious stuff. But if you want to have a bit of fun, kick back and relax, obviously there's other leagues you can join. Not as high maintenance, high intensity as other leagues, but obviously sim racing is just a hobby for all of us, and it's all about having fun.
One thing to add though, I have more fun when it's competitive, so it's a bit of both worlds for me.
Yeah, obviously. And some people love to be competitive. I know myself, I'm rather competitive myself, as you know. So, I mean, it's a lot for people's tastes, but I know that it is all a hobby, it is all fun. So, as long as we all have fun, it's all good. I'll round this off with one more question. What do you think would be the main thing to look forward to in the sim racing world this year? So obviously we had, like I mentioned earlier, we had the Formula E race a couple of weeks ago. Is there anything else that you think will be big this year for sim racing?
I think in generally racing is, yeah, evolving and becoming bigger. We have of course iRacing, which makes it like a bit of a sport on a regular basis. But events like the Vegas E-race were amazing for the sport and the awareness. And I hope that there will be more of this. I've heard rumors that maybe there will be. Of course, they are rumors. But really, that are the things that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the evolution within GPVWC as well, but also other leagues. Um, and yeah, it's a bit of a hobby for all of us, but I think for some people this is rapidly changing. For example, the people that competed in the Vegas E-race, I think they are fast enough to make it their job if the format allows it. Um, and yeah, you don't know. Maybe we will try to get involved in that as well.
Well, fingers crossed, and like you said, an E-League would be absolutely fantastic for sim racing. I know not all of us obviously it's quick, but even just for an interested spectator, it would be great watching something to watch. I know from a personal point of view. I mean, I missed the E-Race personally, but I mean, watching sim racing would be, I mean, something very different for a lot of people. I think obviously they used to know all the CODs and League of Legends and all that example for etc. But I think you could get quite a big audience if you manage to do it properly and get it working and all that.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah,
Mhm.
so hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of the year we will have a brilliant sim racing league, and I think we will call it there for today. Thank you, Andreas, for joining me.
Thank you, Tom, for having me. It was a good chat.
Absolutely, yes. So, if you would like even more information on SimNews.TV, pop over to our Facebook page. You'll see some show schedules. You'll see some other interesting information, maybe some more competitions in the future. Who knows? So this has been Parker's Pitstop. My name's Tom Parker, and I will see you again in 2 weeks' time. See you later.